A beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona Desert. We are nearly...
Well, Kevin, Devin...
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Dario Saric is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Out to KD. Harden against Booker. And the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Paul passes to Booker. And the Suns get it back. Irving against Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker nailed from three-point land. Back in 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to see what you've got. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so, because of that, though, especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly, and we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed. We see so much impatience, and it causes problems. Harden dishes to Jordan. Jacks up a 3, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jordan. Harden's got 7 points.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last 3 go. Way too competitive for that.
Crowder feeling it out a bit, and a miss there on the triple. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you look at Durant's numbers, 50, 40, 90. He's made that club multiple times. One of the few players to accomplish that. And he seems to threaten those numbers virtually every year.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Irving kicks to Harden. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Steps back and fires. He squares up and sinks it. 9 points in the game so far.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Here's Bridges, and it's sent back by KD.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
They get it back. Out to Harris. Nets passing it around, and on the way from Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Booker outside. The teardrop falls in. Booker's got 8 points. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And it goes down 2 points.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Here's Galloway, defended by Griffin. They get it back. Here's Nader. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Brown, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
The shot's good from Griffin.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Payne with it. He's picked up by Irving. Payne passes to Kaminsky. 1:24 left in the first. To the middle. Galloway finds Payne. Lays it up off the glass.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
1:10 left to play here in the first. Irving passes to Griffin. The kick out to Irving. Fires from deep. The shot comes out, and Phoenix will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down low. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Making himself a big target in these screen rolls. It's often overlooked, but important. Kaminsky. Love seeing him cut with purpose like that.
Irving can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. And it's Green with the jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts. And
getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Shamet in at the shooting guard. That gives them the lead. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Irving kicks to Shamet. Brown outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Galloway taking his time here. Pass to Kaminsky. Over Irving. Another one falls for Phoenix. Timeout called the Nets. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Crowder, good. And a nice assist from Booker. Crowder's got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game.
Suns leading by 3. To the paint, here's Sharch, and slam dunk by Sharch.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Sharch outside. Ball against Harden. Here's Sharch, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Shot clock at 6. Booker outside. On the top of the key. 2 points. That one goes. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for the Nets, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. A shot by Harden, wide open. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
The creativity of an artist, that's what Harden has. An excellent decision maker, too. Comfortable at pulling from right here.
looking around. The 19-footer is on the money. Booker's got 14.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Harden the pass to Luau. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan dishes to Harden. Saric trying to break free, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from James Harden. Phoenix has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Pass to Booker, inside. And there's Saric on the assist by Booker. Saric has got his second basket of the game.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Cameron Payne comes in for Paul. 1:35 left in the first half of the game. Now the pass to Payne. It's Crowder on the wing. He dishes it to Bridges. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Timeout called, the Nets. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
And you have to think that they'll know just how much is at stake in these meetings.
So for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Crowder, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Bridges. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin comes in for Jordan, and it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. The 3 from Harden falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Harden the pass to Luau. Over Booker. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Luau.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Johnson surveying the floor. Booker outside. Off target from outside.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Booker inside. Brown's there. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. 11 seconds left in the first half. To the inside, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Devin Booker. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 5 seconds left in the second quarter. From deep three-point range, and so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, tight game. What do you think your team is doing out there so far?
We played okay. You know, we didn't defend as well as we needed to. They made a run. It's a good team over there, but we just got to keep the pressure on.
We'll see if the execution holds up. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Half. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and going into last season, the Suns hired Monty Williams as their head coach. Kenny, do you like the job he's done in Phoenix?
Oh, I love Monty. It's a great hire. Guy's stand-up guy, exemplary off the court. On the court, can teach your players how to play. He's what you want in your organization.
And listen, he has a ton of experience. He's turning around that culture. You know, for a team that's done his share of losing, I think that can make a huge difference. He's the right guy for the job.
And if you don't like Monty Williams, you are the only person in the world who doesn't like Monty Williams. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Phoenix has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Sharch. And it's Paul in at the point for the tie. And there's the bucket as Irving finishes it off inside. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Booker inside, guarded by Jordan. That's good from Booker on the assist by Paul. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
Left side, Saric fires the 3. The rebound by KD. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Irving. Rejected by Booker.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
16 feet away, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating. And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
The first free throw is good. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Durant, and Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
In the corner, Crowder with it. There's the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lobbed up there for Green. That one doesn't drop. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. For the three. And he's good on the three ball. Paul's got 6.
I think this is Paul at his best. Has one of the nastiest pull-up jumpers in the game.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Saric grabs the board. Suns leading by 3. Here's Booker. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Kaminsky is checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. And the Nets also making a change. Griffin's checked in. Bucket is good. 6 points for him.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball with the post that time.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Kaminsky kicks to Crowder. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way, and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And the Suns making a change here. Nader's checked in. Phoenix has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Passes it to Galloway. 1:37 left here in the third quarter. Count that one.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Take a look at Harris. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
And you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Here's outside from downtown. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Pass to Kaminsky. Here's Nader. And the layup's good off the glass. Nader's got 5 points so far.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Irving from long range. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Galloway. 9 points in the game so far. 5 to shoot. Pass to Payne from deep. The shot, no good. It could go. The shot missing. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nets lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Jordan kicks to Brown. Three-pointer on the way. Suns trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Jordan dishes to Brown. Back to Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
The pass to Payne. KD against Bridges. Johnson in the corner. Offline with his 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Harden inside the three-point line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
And the Suns call time here. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Phoenix making some changes. Saric has checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. And Paul's subbed in for Cameron Payne. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort. Gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Paul. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. They need to avoid that.
Booker against Brown. And Booker kicks to Saric. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, in Dario I trust.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Bridges.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And that one falls for Bridges. Nets leading by 6. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Paul looking around. Booker trying to free himself up. That's good from Paul on the assist by Sharp. Sharp has got 3 assists tonight. Timeout called the Nets. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Up top, Brown. Jordan trying to free himself up. Tries again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter. Suns trail by 8. Near the three-point line, it's Booker, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
The offensive rebound. The 3 from Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker with no one around knocks down the 3-ball. Booker's got 25 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Bridges. Makes it off the glass.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Booker against Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Sharp trying to break free. That one goes in.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot to the
ball. That was a strong toe.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
1:12 left here in the fourth quarter.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Rejected by Booker. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Crowder, the pass to Booker. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision-making has really improved over the years.
Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence makes him huge in late-game situations.
Timeout called. The Suns. They're trailing by 6. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. "41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker up top. He's covered by Irving. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The Nets on offense. Durant in the corner. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Paul. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ring shot on the way. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is when some players pull in and tighten up a bit, but if you're talking about CP3, this is when it becomes fun for him.
James Harden, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
For 3, Booker connects from downtown.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Booker outside. From deep. Places one from 3.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ball fires from way outside. It's off. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. James, another explosive score and productive night for you. How'd you get into that rhythm?
My teammates did an unbelievable job tonight, man. Every night, every single night of, getting me open, getting me shots, and we came away with the victory. That's all that matters.
Well, they did a great job, man, but so did you. Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Yeah, we gotta get it. Told the coach she gave me minutes. Don't complain on why we living. They don't like how I be with it. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance. Gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it. Yeah, gotta get it. Told the coach she gave me minutes. Don't complain on why we living. They don't like how I be with it. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance. Gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it. Yeah, they liking how I'm living. I've been praying hard, but I've been praying like a Christian. I just need my minutes. Told my partners, gotta get it. Breaking swept because my team, they always win it. I've been making moves like we on. Don't hate, but I'm mad at all. We said I'm blessed, about to grab it though. Yeah, see me doing good, but I just like to yeah.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. The Utah Jazz made a big move last year with the trade for Mike Conley. Conley said the players they had in place, two-way guys who play unselfishly, is something I've built my game around. We have guys who are willing to do whatever it takes to win. Kevin, back to you.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, D.A. Let's see some of the numbers here for James Harden.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5, down low. And for the Jazz, Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Conley, then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Clarkson in at the 2 spot. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Irving's shot is good.
Executing off the dribble, one of Kyrie's strongest assets.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And in that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And there's the pass to KD. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Unlimited range. The long arms of KD can get it off from anywhere.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Bogdanovich wide open. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Harden. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. They double team Conley, and here's Bogdanovich for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Gotta be up on Bogdanovich. When you aren't, he catches and fires away.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Jazz now. 4-point game. Ingles kicks to Conley. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Harden's shot is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. His last outing, he had 18 points. Ingles can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Durant dishes to Irving. Jordan the pass to KD. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden outside. Over Bogdanovich. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Irving for 3. Good on the triple. Irving's got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Passes to Ingles. Outside Conley. That's to Gobert. Kicks it to Ingles. 6 to shoot. Pass Clarkson. And the shot goes in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Irving against Conley. From about 16, and it's Irving missing.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Jazz trailed by 4. Here's Niang. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. As a Buki, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get to the putback.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Griffin. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Utah has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Hughes up top, guarded by Green. Hughes kicks to Conley. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 so far.
Really enjoy watching Conley take it all the way. Defense can't match it with his blinding speed.
Timeout called, the Nets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And here is Conley following Jeff Green's three. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 7 points in the game. Nets leading by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Conley with it. He's got 7. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Irving finds Griffin. On the wing, Green. No good with the triple. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Hughes. Again, the Jazz score.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
And that one's good, Irving.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
Conley with a wide open look. And Utah another 3.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Landry Shamet. Green is up there with Luwawu. Then there's Griffin, and it's Brown in at the 1. Hughes against Green. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Azubuike, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Leading by 5. Shoots it up. Offensive rebound. Griffin kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Off target from the wing. Utah's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And Conley is so smart at exploiting holes in the defense on the drive. He's incredibly effective at drawing fouls.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Jazz trailed by 5. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Conley, and the rejection by Harden. Gobert can't hit. Nets leading by 5. Here's Harris. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Will it go? Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Utah calls timeout. We know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah. And the Nets making a change here as well. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Jazz now, down by 12. Here's Ingles. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
This is the thing about Ingles. He's got the size and the strength to play with physicality.
Harden dishes to Irving. Here's Jordan. Doesn't go that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
And the basket by Harris.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. O'Neal passes to Bogdanovich. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
And he gets it to go.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Clarkson on the wing. And he comes up with the deuce. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. On up the court. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Timeout called the Nets. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. As Azubuike's checked in, and it's George Niang in for Bogdanovich. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 10-point game. Green with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Harden. That one falls. Harden's got 17.
What a game for him so far. He started out strong in that first quarter and has only turned it up from there.
Now Hughes. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Azubuike, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Griffin.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Blake Griffin was pointing his finger to throw it up way high, and he went, got it, and dunked it home.
Here's Clarkson. Knocks down the step-back J. He's got 8.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Conley in at the point.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
KD against Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Clarkson trying to break free. It'll go, and the Nets lead it is down now to just 10 on the basket from Bogdanovich. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Utah has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Conley kicks to Clarkson. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And there's the feed to Conley. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And KD throws it down.
KD with the reach to finish anything you throw his way.
Utah with the ball, down by 12. The pass to Conley. Clarkson against Irving. Another miss by Utah. The Nets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
The smaller guys want to get into the body when they get inside. Get into the line, a good outcome for Kyrie.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
The Jazz making a switch here. Morgan's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Shamet's checked in. Launches the 3, bangs home the trifecta. And the Nets lead by 17.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovic. To stop the run. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Bogdanovic. Conley's got 16.
Well above his scoring average tonight. Conley understands when the team needs points from him.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bogdanovic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Azubuike's checked in, and Royce O'Neal subbed in for Bogdanovic. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Back to Ingles. Over Irving. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's O'Neal, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Joe Ingles. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Landry Shamet. O'Neal hits them both. Nets leading by 12. Right side, Green. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Out to Conley. From 10 feet out, Green with the rebound. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Griffin. Count the basket. Griffin's got 8.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And here is Hughes. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
Here's Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kyrie, an outstanding free throw shooter and very crafty, working himself to the line.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Jazz trail by 17. Here's Hughes. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Azubuike. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Brown finds Griffin. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Utah's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Harden, good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that into play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Jazz trail by 15. Here's Clarkson. Azubuike to try to break free. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. There's Green with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again. That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
Stolen by Conley. And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Harden, and Harden with stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Jazz trail by 14. Now here's Conley. Lets the three fly. Niang, no good.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
The shot's good.
Showing off another part of his game. Okay, DJ. Nice to see him knock down that shot.
Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Clarkson against Brown. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Nets leading by 16. Feeds it to Jordan. Can't get it to fall. Stolen by Harden. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. Utah calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in, and a change for the Nets. KD's checked in for Blake Griffin. There's the lob to Brown. Back to KD. For 3, Harris. And the Nets, another 3.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Pass to Clarkson. Shot to stop the run. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Jazz trailed by 19. Pass to Ingles. Unloads from 13. That one wide left. The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Here's Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 29 points for James Harden. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. That shot wide open. Conley's got 19 points.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Over Conley. Here's Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 20.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Conley. And Jordan sends it back. Brown finds Harden.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
From 18 feet away, the rebound by the Nets.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Good work there as it goes.
And an offensive master at work. Harden has figured out every way to take advantage of a defense.
Outside, Bogdanovich. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
No good from Jordan. Jazz trailed by 19. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Big time scoring move. When Ingles surprises people with the drive, it creates opportunities to set up other guys in the future.
Durant in the corner over Bogdanovich. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way. You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Harris dishes to Jordan. Durant kicks to Brown. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. And the Nets lead by 19.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
He gets it in there.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Johnson. Griffin can't get it to go in. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson against Hughes. It's good.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Here's Harris. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. O'Neal against Harris. O'Neal misses. Here's Griffin. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. James, terrific road win. I would imagine you're feeling pretty good about how y'all played tonight.
They're a really good team, so we wanted to come here and just battle. And we finally get in the groove, we got to just pick it up on the way. And one thing we're going to rely on is our defense. So, tonight is another great effort, and we just got to keep it going from here.
Battle. Sounds like a winning formula. Congrats, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg.
Hit it, tell and how I do, like, hold on. Did my maker hit an ask for a favor? I need the money and clothes, the flashy cars and the jewels. All these rappers is screwed, flashing lights and I pose on the road to give you my soul. Hold on, all the fans screaming names, ain't naming things, leave for days, amen. Never been on my level, keep pushing hits, how you in trouble? You. My money is flipping, these racks is tripling. Numbers don't lie while my exes all hang. Tell a lie, who was you playing? My eyes, gotta keep praying. Like, woo! Made it like, woo! Ay, hit it, tell the truth. Like, how I do? Ay, think I'm man-made. Ay, think I'm man-made. Ay, hit it, tell the truth. Like how I do. Hey, hold on. Dear my maker, I'm thankful I made it. All of this money I'm making got all these fake shaking. I do what I do. Hold on, I'm years to own.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Before we get going,
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And let's see what Denver has coming up on Thursday. They'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Houston Rockets.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the point. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Monte Morris is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Shaq, no surprise, the importance of leadership to a winning basketball team. Some lead vocally, some lead by example. Who do you regard as the best leaders in the NBA?
Let's see, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Something like that, yes.
Yes,
a lot of vowels.
LeBron James, Chris Paul, and, Damian Lillard up in Portland. Jimmy Butler in Miami. There's probably a leader on every team.
Now off the inbound, he lays it in. Morris has got his second basket of the night. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. 4-point game. Good on the three-point shot.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Morris finds Millsap. To the middle. Here's Jokic. He can't hit that time. Good D by Harden. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's KD. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
Porter against Harris. Morris looking over the floor. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
And Shaq, we've talked about free throw shooting. For some guys, it's always going to be an issue. What have the new intentional fouling rules done to make the game better?
I think it cuts down on the endless fouling. I think the new rules also make the game go faster. You know, this game was meant to be entertaining and go fast. You don't want to spend 4 or 5 minutes, which turned into 30 minutes by just fouling the guy who can't shoot free throws. That never happened to me because Shakovic was 97% at the line. So that rule wouldn't work for me.
It does give it a better pace, you're right. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now, here is Morris. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Here's Jokic. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. The Nets on 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Irving. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Durant for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. KD's got 5 points so far.
Well, Durant's skill, he's got so many scoring options. Left, right, and of course over the top.
Murray the pass to Jokic. And another miss by Denver. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's KD. Outside Irving. Beyond the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. So much love for the perimeter offense these days. But Shaq, for your money, who are some of the best back-to-the-basket players that are in the NBA right now?
The list is short, but it's still a very impressive list. Joel Embiid, LaMarcus Aldridge, Anthony the Brown Davis.
Can't argue with any of those guys.
No, not at all.
Nuggets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. That's good from Porter on the assist by Murray.
like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
KD finds Harden, and the jam by Harden.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Both teams changing it up here. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. Fourth, the Nuggets.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Shaq, having played for 19 years, you went head-to-head with some of the all-time greats. Who stands out as the toughest opponent you ever faced on the floor?
Let me see Alonzo Mourning for my first couple years. Then I made it to the big times. It would be Akeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, David Robinson when I got to the West Coast. And there was a gentleman by the name of Yao Ming. And for guards and wingmen, let's see, Jordan, LeBron, Allen Iverson, Greg Anthony, Plastic Man, Stacey Altman. And
Wayback Machine.
You got to throw Larry Johnson in there mix too.
So a UNLV taste to
Yes,
it.
I do.
Some of these incredible names you just rattled off.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this and watched 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Nobody near Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 5.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Barton outside. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nets leading by 15. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Campazzo up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
Murray, good.
Well, you give up any kind of space like that to Jamal Murray, even from the mid-range, he'll torch you.
Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. Here's Irving. Passes it to Brown. And stolen by Murray. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Brooklyn ahead, up by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Hartenstein is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
And back in 2019, the Nuggets became the 8th youngest playoff team in NBA history. Not bad, huh, big fella?
You know, they did a great job of building a roster. They showed a lot of patience. Now I think they're coming into their own. It's all about patience, Greg.
And it's sent back by KD.
The large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Hartenstein. Millsap comes in for Jermichael Green. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Morris. 5 points in the game, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Brooklyn leading by 12. The league is moving to create an in-season tournament, Shaq, something that we'd seen in soccer leagues overseas. Like that idea?
I like that Adam Silver in the league are being forward-thinking. I think players always say if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So I think it's smart for the league to have the same approach. I just wish everybody well.
Yeah, and listen, ultimately, if they do make some changes, it's going to get some pushback, no doubt about it. But as Shaq said, when you start thinking forward, it's about those younger generations, because at some point, that's all they're going to know.
The Nets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And stolen by Harris. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
See, for all you guards out there, when you attack the cup, good things happen. Millsap understands that and makes a great play.
Here's Harden. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Porter with it. He's picked up by Jordan. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Porter.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Jack, you've played with so many other stars during your career, but talk about some of the incredible role players that were so important for you and the teams you played on.
You know, you like to use the word role players, Kevin. I like to use the word others. Off the top of my head, Udonis Haslam, Robert Horry, Mike Penberthy, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, my main man Horace Grant, and my OGs, Brian Shaw and Gary Payton.
Yep. Good name. And the wide open shot from Morris. And it's KD with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's Morris. He has 5. Pass to Porter. Outside Millsap. Drills the three-pointer. Millsap's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Luwawu Cabarro in for Landry Shamet. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
The amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Now, here is Morris. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
The Nuggets trail by 8. So the wing on the left, and Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
1:46 left here in the second. Now, here is Morris. Defense right on him. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Denver. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Paul Millsap. Martin's checked in for Porter. And Murray's subbed in for Morris.
That's a smooth and silky J there from Will Barton. Really adding a lot to his game to be effective from the perimeter.
Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want us.
Anytime, Kevin. My pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the Journal Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free?
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. Greg, how awesome is it to have Shaq with us, a guy who's been in the limelight for so long, and yet he seems to deal with it effortlessly.
Kev, a sign of true greatness, making difficult things look effortless. Shaq did it on the court for 19 years, 15 as an all-star, and now he's doing it as an analyst.
And Harden throws it down.
Boy, his game is all about speed. He gets out quickly on the break there and finishes that too.
For 3, Durant. They get it again. Shots good by Green. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Campazzo guarded by Harden. Murray outside. And the pass to Green. Clock at 6. Campazzo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 9.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Good on the shot.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. Count it.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Good on the bucket.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nets lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kevin, what has allowed you all to build this lead in the first half?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Johnson, Shaq is here, Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. And now back in the fold after his in-game analysis, which can be described only as gripping. The one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Wait, before you do that, how'd it go down? You know, it was fine, but nothing can replace being here with you guys. With this right here.
And with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. Murray dishes to Porter, and finished off by Porter.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Nets leading by 6.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Porter passes to Jokic, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure what was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Brown in for Harris. Jordan high post. Over Jokic. Kept alive. Here's Irving. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Irving against Murray. Count that bucket.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Harden against Morris. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 26.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris is checked in for Jamal Murray. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
His skill at his size and then converting through contact, such strength from the big man.
Morris with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Jokic kicks to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got 8 points.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half. Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Irving against Morris. Inside, Millsap, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, Millsap completely fools the defense there and gets hit as a result on the shot.
For Denver, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. free throw good for Millsap.
Really the hard work and the lunch pail mentality of a guy like Paul Millsap, who made himself into an all-star in the Eastern Conference. He's got tremendous skill and versatility.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And so Brown will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside Irving. Goes up on the high post. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got 4 points this quarter. The Nuggets trail by 7. Jokic with it. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Denver. Jermichael Green comes in for Paul Millsap. Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the night.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Tries from 16. Irving passes to Brown. Griffin kicks to Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Passes it to Barton. Green taking his time here. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
A nice shot by Griffin.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Hartenstein. Not going to go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving finds Brown. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Shamet. There's the triple. No good that time. The Nuggets trail by 10. 41 seconds left in the third. And he makes that one. He's got 11.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. One-on-one here. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Oh, yeah, sure, Will Barton, you could have laid that one in, but why? People pay tickets to see that kind of stuff.
Irving passes to Griffin. Brown dishes to Green. Wants to get it to Shamet, and does. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. Irving for three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
I feel like the jump ball triggered Kyrie Irving. He's been on it with tremendous effort from the beginning.
Murray for three. Another three for Denver.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Jamal Murray. Green is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Harden. It doesn't go for him. And it's Denver the other way. Morris inside, covered by Irving.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Harden. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Harden's got 11 points here in just the second half. Barton outside. Pass to Jokic. It's good.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
I'll take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
The Nuggets trailed by 4. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Irving's got 19 points.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Nets leading by 6. Pulls up on the elbow, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
On the wing, Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of break. Denver calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Green, and it's Michael Porter in for Barton. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan's checked in, and on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Shoots. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harden's got 34. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They trail by 7. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively. And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him, and an outstanding alley-oop that time.
For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. This is it to Jokic. Over Jordan. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nets passing it around. Porter with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And he gets it to go from the high post. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing play. Help to be a facilitator.
Jordan the pass to Irving. Jordan kicks to Durant. And here's Harden for three. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 4 assists now tonight. Morris against Harden. Pass to Jokic. And it's sent back by KD. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morris against Harden. You can't get that one. The Nuggets trail by 10. Jokic inside. He's against Jordan. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
Timeout called, the Nets. They lead by 8. We've got 1:13 left in the game. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
And here are the Nuggets now. It's a 10-point game. Here's Morris, and he banks in the layup.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Yeah, easy call.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. Robertson comes in for Irving. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Down low, here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And once they smelled blood and water, you could see their instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting.
Like it when there's aggressive play from Johnson. He definitely gets hit right. Still takes it to the rim.
And that one falls for Johnson. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
The feed to Millsap. And so it's pretty easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. Little things matter in the big picture. So we want to come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
No.